Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Girl, Geek, and the Gay. I am Jose, and here to my right, I have the lovely Jaime.
Hola.
And today there is no Megan because
Yes.
she left us.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Megan.
Right. Well, dang, not all that.
No?
But
Is that not what happened? I thought that's why she wasn't here.
This is just the show while she's away, as we like to say
okay.
on the Girl, the Geek, and the Gay.
While the girl is away.
While the
Gotcha.
girl's away.
Yeah, welcome to episode 1 of season 2. I know,
Yes.
we're breaking it up into seasons. Look at us being all professional.
Yes. It sounds good.
All right, good enough. Oh, wait, I'm trying to do the tagline. You know, I'm trying to make that thing I said the last time a tagline. Hold on. Welcome to Girl, Geek, and the Gay, the place where we talk about the things that got us beat up in high school.
Perfect.
All right, there you go. See? Nobody even noticed.
Thanks for adding it.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm happy to have a day off. I've been kind of like, I would say, recovering this week since I got back from Colorado. I've been like really exhausted.
You've been on that Colorado time?
I think maybe that's what it is. I got so lazy. Like I haven't walked. I haven't.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my goodness. I haven't done anything in this last week, and I think it's just the state of mind. And tomorrow's Monday, so tomorrow's a new work week, I would say. So I'm gonna try to start running, start walking again. So,
Yeah. No. It sounds good.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. So Megan mentioned last week your truck's always broke down.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I was gonna ask you about
again.
that.
It happened again.
Oh my goodness.
This time, like the last few times where it's happened, I've been in a relatively safe area.
Okay.
Usually either at a truck stop or just use a truck stop or one of those rest areas.
Rest areas, yeah.
So it's been fine.
Yeah.
This time it happened at the Grapevine.
Okay.
So, up on those hills.
Whoa.
And on the side of so I'm on the shoulder of the road
Yeah.
and just pitch black all around.
Yeah, it was because it was nighttime already.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like 2 a.m.
Jesus.
And
so you were just taking off, or you were?
I was coming back.
You were coming back already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got stuck there from 2 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Wow.
the next day.
Wow. And I was gonna ask
Well,
because
that same day, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna ask because I saw it went from nighttime to daytime on your Instagram, and no joke. Well, obviously you were just sharing how you're watching like movies and stuff like that. So you're just like stranded there.
Yeah, I was stranded.
Wait, so what? Like, how does this work? Like, did they send somebody for you or what?
With a bigger company, they would have sent a tow truck,
Oh.
and I would have been towed out of there in like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
With our since it's a smaller company,
Okay.
they just sent a mechanic,
Oh.
and he fixed the truck right there and then.
What time did the mechanic get there?
Oh, like around 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was that fast, and then you were
Yeah,
just
it
gone.
was short. It was like this aluminum hose that had broken,
Oh.
so they had to replace that whole thing.
Dang.
That was my
Dang.
Friday.
Yeah. How does?
No, and the worst part was that by the time I started driving home, it was rush hour. So
Oh my goodness.
I was 52 miles away from my destination.
Yeah.
It took me 3 hours to get there.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause
At
I
2 in the
was-
morning, it wouldn't have taken.
No,
that long.
I was less than an hour away at 2 in the morning.
Oh my. Oh, so sad.
Yeah, it
I
was
can't-
bad.
Did you see any ghosts?
I did not.
Did
and
you
I
look out the
wanted
windows?
to. So I was watching Haunting of Bly Manor.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Haunting of Hill House was the other one. This is Haunting of Bly Manor.
Okay, yeah. There's
So-
a guy in there that used to be in Rob Zombie. It used to be in iZombie that I like. I don't know his name.
I don't either.
Okay.
I mean, it's creepy, but it's not scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little entertaining. I'm trying to get more into it.
Right.
It's not working.
There's I think I started watching it too, and I just kind of like fell off. I'm not know how to say his name. He's
No, now you have to try.
Rahul Kohli. I have no idea if that's right. Anyway,
do you need some water? Did you hear you're clearing your throat?
let's stop. No, he plays the character Ravi, Dr. Ravi.
Sure.
Yeah, in the show. Okay. Rahul, but anyway, I'm a fan of him from iZombie. Yeah, I like his. I like him as an actor. I actually follow him on Instagram. And sorry, I messed up his name. I'll get it together someday. But he's in that too. I'm just a fan of him. And so I started watching it, but just kind of fell off.
Okay.
What'd you think so far? Or
I mean, I think I'm like 5 episodes in, so I've made a dent in it.
Yeah, more.
But it's taking me forever.
Yeah.
Like I think I started watching it last year.
Yeah.
And I'm only 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
You know, it's slow.
Yeah.
All of the creepy stuff just kind of happens in the background, which is cool because it's not like front and center, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like somebody told me, you know, it's not a scary story; it's a love story with ghosts.
Oh. Okay.
And I was like, well, that makes me less interested in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
But
yeah.
I mean, that was what was keeping me entertained. I think the ambience helps too, because I was
in a truck.
Yeah, I was in the truck.
Pitch black.
Yeah, it made the show a little more entertaining.
Yeah.
Still not scary, but
it
tried.
So no ghost though.
No ghost.
Damn.
No.
What about aliens?
None of that either. No lights in the sky. Plus, you know how I feel about lights in the sky stories.
I mean, I would want to hear like if it happened, it happened.
Yeah,
you know?
but they're pointless. You know why?
Yeah.
Because all of them are the exact same story.
Yeah.
I was driving around. I saw some lights in the sky. Yeah, what happened? They left.
I was on a freeway driving back to my hotel room in Colorado.
Is this a light in the
And I saw lights in the sky. I'm like, I can't tell if that's an airplane or if it's a helicopter or what is it exactly. It was.
Tell me more.
I mean, that's it.
Exactly.
The end.
That's how every light in the sky story goes.
I was gonna try to get a picture, but I figured it was kind of dangerous considering I was driving, considering I'm on a freeway, you know. So I didn't try it. But
no, we really like lights in the sky.
I tried. But I mean, yeah, it wasn't an alien that I can tell of, at least. Not sure.
All right. Well, now they don't even call them UFOs anymore because people don't understand that UFO just means I don't know what the fuck it was.
Right. They just
That's what it
assume
stands
it's
for.
aliens.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
That's what UFO stands for in science. But I think they call it aerial something phenomena.
Unexplained aerial phenomenon?
I think it's UAP. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Unexplained aerial phenomena.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We're learning so much.
Yeah. We're just here to educate.
Yeah. So when I walked in, I noticed that you have Doctor Who up on the.
I do, and I was gonna start season 10 soon. I only managed to watch the next Christmas episode, which I don't get why it's a Christmas episode.
I don't remember what it was.
It's called The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Oh, I didn't care for that one.
Okay, neither did I. Well, I mean, it wasn't a terrible episode. I just don't get why it was a Christmas episode, number one. And then there was
because Die Hard.
Oh, well, I mean, that's what it was. Action. It was about a superhero.
Yeah.
It was different. It was definitely different. And I've told you about this before, and the way I feel about Doctor Who is that there's no consistency in the character. I feel like it gets kind of confusing. Like in this one, he wasn't like so much the rock star again. He was like the other version of the Doctor from this specific series with Peter Capaldi, and so. He even had like the sonic screwdriver again, you know, which was kind of the telling sign that it wasn't gonna be the rock star Doctor. So it does feel like there's a clash of two different Doctors going on.
Oh, he is completely different in this last season, and I think that is due to his loss of Clara.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I mean, at that point, that was after they had wiped his memory, right?
Yeah. So she doesn't exist anymore. And in fact, that's kind of something that I thought he was referring to. At one point, he said that he really missed somebody. Like,
yeah, he just doesn't.
But he didn't even say that. It turns out that he actually misses River Song instead of missing Clara. And I understand that he doesn't remember Clara, but you know, in the final episode where he's talking to Clara and doesn't know that she's Clara, right? He doesn't even have like this longing, right? This like, oh, there is like some sorrow to him. He doesn't quite understand why. He knows that there's supposed to be somebody there, but it's not there. And I thought that's what they were referring to, but no, it's like, oh, well, he's talking about River Song, who died in the library many years ago.
I don't even remember that part.
Yeah. So it was something mentioned, but again, it goes to show For me, it goes to show the inconsistency with the character. Where I loved him last episode. You know, I loved him with the River Song, the Husbands of River Song. I loved him a lot in that episode. But this one just became kind of inconsistent again in the way it was explained. Okay. There were some good things about it, I mean,
yeah, I could tell.
I like the monster things. They're like brain, like
I don't
remember this one.
I saw this episode when it first came out. Oh, wow. Whenever that was.
Okay.
And it was something that I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch that again.
You could tell it was just thrown in to transition into the new season, maybe because there was no season. Anyway, there were.
Well, I think at this point, this was supposed to be Moffat's last Christmas special.
Oh,
and I just think like he was just kind of like, all right, you know,
just throw something together.
Yeah, I just got to get something out for Christmas, and then let the new guy figure it out. And then we all know how Chibnall did. Chibnall refused to do Christmas specials.
Oh, really? Yeah. Why? Because he was like anti-Christmas.
Well, no, he was just like, all the Christmas stories have been told, so there's no point in doing Christmas stories. But he started doing New Year specials.
So you're talking about the next season with Jody,
yeah,
as the Doctor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thankfully, there is one more Christmas special after this because when they found out like, oh, he's not gonna do Christmas special, like Moffat did one more episode.
Oh, okay. Well, with Capaldi or with Jody?
Yeah, with Capaldi.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So again, it didn't feel like a Christmas episode, and that was something I was even like Adolfo was kind of watching it with me, where it just didn't make sense. It wasn't a doctor.
Yeah, I get it.
And even the name of the like at the end when they talked about oh he's that's Dr. Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's a play on like I think in Mexico instead of Doctor Who they call him Doctor Misterio.
Oh, okay.
That's the only
was
thing
the character Mexican?
No, just what the way they translate it.
Oh no, but I mean like the character. What was his name? G-Man? I don't think Ghost. The Ghost.
Yeah, I don't think he's Mexican.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he is.
It didn't make sense to me then.
I'd say Italian.
Excuse me.
It's okay. That COVID's going around.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. Good point. No, but I guess that didn't quite make sense to me. Why didn't we just call him Doctor Who that's just the Doctor, which is the tagline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also they brought back a random character, Nardole.
Nardole, yeah.
Nardole.
Oh, he's in the entirety of this season.
Oh, got you. That's great. Not
a fan of Matt Lucas.
Okay. I mean, like, I guess I'll see, like what it's gonna be. I'm just, it was a random character to bring back, and I still kind of think about Shona. I think what was her name?
Oh yeah.
I still think about her. Like, if you wanted to bring back a random character from a Christmas episode, that would have been great character because she was just so funny to me.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, this guy, and by the way, it doesn't seem that way based on like some of the covers that I've seen. It doesn't seem like he's gonna be, but okay, if he's gonna be permanent, then great. And they did explain. At first I was like, how did he get him out of Hydroflex was the name of the thing that he was in. How did they get him out of there? And the doctor just put him together. So why didn't he do that initially in that episode? Or like also, River's husband that was also in Hydroflex. Why did he get put back together?
Because he was a jackass.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he? He was just.
Oh, no, the other guy. Because I thought you meant like the main guy.
Oh, the head.
Yeah.
The first head.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I was talking about the Latino guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the doctor's a little jealous.
Oh. Okay, it makes sense. But the story of the ghost and the story of the reporter, it was okay. It was an okay episode.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that episode.
Yeah,
honestly.
see,
had you not mentioned it,
yeah,
I wouldn't have thought about it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens with this next season, which is the final Capaldi season that I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, and then you go into Jodie Whittaker years.
Yeah, you know what's gonna be funny? I'm actually probably gonna like her a lot.
You think so?
Because I know that you're like and I don't think, again, Peter Capaldi is not the issue here. I think the storytelling is the issue with some of the episodes. So I'm just joking when I say I'm gonna like Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster? Whittaker. Excuse me. It's Jodie Foster. That's an actress name.
Yeah.
Okay. Jodie.
Another
Whittaker.
white actress. You racist.
Anyway, we're gonna avoid that. But no. But
not all white actresses look the same.
Okay. Jodie Foster, she was in like this random airplane movie where like her child got abducted. And was it that movie or was that a different actress?
Jodie Foster is she Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, okay. Was she? I don't know. You know, Jodie Foster. But I know there was a random like movie where like her. Oh yeah, I'm confusing her with somebody.
Was she Silence of the Lambs though?
Yeah, she was Silence of the Lambs. Yes, she was. She was Silence of the Lambs, but she wasn't the actress that played that character in the next movie, which is who I thought I was talking about. Anyway, this is besides the point.
Go on.
No, but I mean, Jodie. I don't know. We'll see. It just kind of this was an okay episode. It wasn't like one of my favorites. I did like the Doctor in this one though because of the like his humor. He had sushi with him at one point, and I started thinking, is that the food? You know, because I would have proved this food thing right. So, but okay, it might not have been that, but it was an okay episode. I'm gonna jump into the next one. It's coming soon, so that's gonna be something we're gonna continue. But yeah, it's been okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I know you were asking me to watch the first 2 episodes of Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
So we're trying to figure out what to do here without Megan.
Yeah.
Because she's not here to kind of keep us in check.
Yeah.
So we're all over the place. Yes. So we're all over the place. So I watched the first 2 episodes of Teen Titans.
Okay.
Not for me.
Wait. Oh, well, you have an issue with anime in general. Well, anime. So maybe that's why you have an issue with this. It's not anime, but
yeah, it's anime light.
That's why you don't like it.
It's just it's a little childish.
Well,
which I'm usually fine with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It wasn't keeping my attention. It was like something I put on for my Roomba. You know, when I go out of the room, that would sound lonely.
Yeah. This is it came out in 2003. I thought it was 90s, but it's like one of those kid shows that I grew up watching, even though I was already in high school. But I think it does get better. And I think, and I was watching this, I was already thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't think Jose is gonna like this. I don't think he's gonna like it. What didn't you like about it?
I don't know. Just it seemed like it's geared for a way younger audience than I am at this point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know I don't act like it, but I'm an old man. In case you didn't know.
That.
Dude, like my back is going down. I gotta walk around with Bengay just in case.
Oh my God. Wait, but didn't you mention that you went to like get a massage or something like that?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
No, I went to get a massage 2 weeks ago at this point. Man, that man did things to me. Wonderful things.
Okay.
Like that. Oh my God.
Tell me more.
Just, he touched me in places.
Where did you go?
It's called Apex Chiropractic. Chiropractor.
And he was a massage therapist as well?
Yeah. So they have, dude, like, so he had to bring out toys and everything, or tools.
Wow. Wow.
This guy went all out.
Okay, is this on OnlyFans or something? Okay.
Just sign up.
Just sign up.
Check out my profile.
Links in the bio.
Yeah, it was great. So I went 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, I went 2 weeks ago, and I saw the chiropractor.
Okay.
And he did the X-rays, and he's like, "Well, you're not." He goes, "Your spine isn't as messed up." He goes, "We could do a quick adjustment, but you'd benefit more from a deep tissue massage."
Wow.
And so we'll give you an appointment, and I was like, "Cool." Yeah, I went back, and like I was expecting him to just come off the top rope, with an elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how tight my back feels.
Yeah.
And mostly he worked on my shoulder because I screwed up my shoulder. I heard,
tell me about that.
Yeah, I hurt my shoulder, and everyone's like, "Yo, you should go to the doctor." I'm like, "I'll be fine."
Yeah.
It'll take a couple weeks. That was like 10 years ago at this point.
Damn. Yeah.
So no, it helped out a lot,
That's
and
good.
I am definitely gonna, because I don't like strangers touching me.
I get you.
Yeah. So, but that man. Oh my!
He's changed your mind.
Whew. Jesus, Jesucristo.
This is the gayest I've heard you. By the way.
I'm telling you,
A man has
he
changed
did
your
things to me.
Okay.
But no, yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Titans.
So Teen Titans. Yeah. So I mean, but what did you like anything about it?
The animation.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it looked cool.
Yeah.
It was definitely in focus.
Okay. Okay.
So there was that. The audio. I could hear what they were saying.
Okay. But you kind of feel like the morals, like that they were kind of trying to. Did you watch both episodes?
Yeah, I
or
watched
just
both
one?
episodes.
Okay.
I think I might have even started the third one, and I was like, nah. I don't have to go this far.
Yeah,
I don't have to go far and beyond. What's the saying? Above and beyond.
I'm like, far and beyond what?
Above and
To
beyond
infinity
what
and beyond. Yeah.
what I'm required.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Especially after I had binged Titans to try to catch up because I was like 4 episodes behind.
Oh yeah, so there's a lot that you had to catch up on.
And not even good stuff.
Yeah. But I think that this is it was an intro and a setup to, especially, I mean, I don't know if you noticed Slade.
Yes.
They call him Slade because it was a kid's show, obviously, instead of Deathstroke. So it was kind of a setup to him, and I think that's kind of the key, the key, right? It's the most important part of the episode, especially episode 1. I really like Gizmo, Jinx, and Mammoth. So the Hive team that they were part of.
Okay.
I liked them a lot just because there were other characters with powers, and like it was really cool to see them, and the way they were introduced was like this team to take on good guys, right? Yeah. And so Slade contracted them to take out Teen Titans, and essentially that's what they did. So I like the little story, the first beginning story, for sure.
It's very, it really is a kid's version of Young Justice.
Okay.
Which Young Justice I really enjoy.
Okay.
I haven't seen the latest season they put up.
Okay.
But Young Justice is really good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this was aimed for kids.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah, I like cartoons though.
I like kid. I like cartoons too, but I think I don't know what I think.
Okay. Well, it's a beginning, and that was that first episode was called Final Exam with that team. So that was their lead in, their introduction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they lost Robin, right?
They lost Robin, which, yeah, it was a little confusing because then he just showed up again.
Yeah.
There was no real explanation.
They're just like, yeah, we can't find Robin. We're going to give up.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we're not. Yeah. And it's like, Robin.
Yeah. Like, where was he?
Yeah.
Where was he?
It
was he
explained.
kidnapped?
No.
Yeah.
Dude he just left.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, do you know what Robin he's portraying? Because I was curious about that, and I have no clue.
I assumed it was Dick Grayson.
Okay.
But I have no idea.
The only reason I even had some question about it was because when we talked about Titans in the past, like we said like that Tim Drake becomes the leader of Teen Titans, and this is Teen Titans.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I was just kind of curious if maybe it was a different take. Maybe
I assume it was Dick Grayson because he looks more the age of Starfire.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And also, like, because I haven't seen the show in a while myself, and I saw these 2 episodes as well. But I feel like the more
did it hold up?
I knew that you weren't gonna like it.
Okay.
And I know what to expect in the future.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm still pretty excited. And I feel like it's like with any show that has a pilot, or like an introduction.
Yeah.
It's always like the cheesiest episodes in the beginning. Like I think back on Smallville, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier. Like Smallville, like the first season, I was like, this is so cheesy, but it got better and better and better. So this is the way I picture Teen Titans in my head. Is like I remember it getting better and better and better, and like there being more villains and more characters. Like it was cool. Like it was a good flow to the show.
Okay.
But it was also when I was in like 11th grade.
Yeah.
So it was a different time. So I guess I'll see how I feel about it now too. The sister episode, the one with Blackfire. What'd you think about Blackfire?
I mean, it was in focus.
It was great.
The audio was good.
Yeah. It was cheesy.
Yeah.
It was cheesy. It's a but I mean, in comparison to Titans, like I felt like at least Blackfire had a story as to why she was there. Did you get what the story was?
She was running away from the time cops.
Yeah. So exactly,
cops.
Exactly. But it was more story than we've gotten from Blackfire in Titans.
Yeah.
And so she was basically trying to cover herself up to not be captured by those time cops or by the cops. I don't really time cops.
No.
Okay. like Doctor Who.
I just have Van Damme on the mind.
But no, yeah, she was at least like trying to like not get captured, which is why she threw Starfire kind of under the bus in this episode.
Yeah.
What do you think about Starfire? I'm curious. What do you think about Starfire? It's too cheesy.
I mean, yeah, that's she's bringing the cheese extra hard. She seems a little airheaded.
She's an alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not so. In Young Justice, we have Miss Martian.
Okay.
So, but she doesn't seem as airheaded as Starfire does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've seen. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's pretty much all.
Yeah, I've seen portrayals of Starfire, like even comic book, like versions of her, where she's kind of ditzy because she's like such an alien type of thing, and there has been an evolution of the character, but in the way she speaks, even like it's portrayed that way too.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like she's a child.
Yeah, well, because she's
they're all. But they're all children.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. I like Raven a lot. She's just I like her dark character.
Raven's cool.
I like she has powers right away. Even Cyborg, like kind of being that.
About Cyborg. He was in it.
He's actually in it though.
Yeah.
But he has like a jock persona though too in this one, and Beast Boy. I like Beast Boy's cheesiness as well.
Yeah.
So,
I think it works for certain characters. And if you just overload it with cheese.
The whole episodes?
Yeah, because it just seems like nobody necessarily has their own persona.
Okay.
It's just different types of cheese.
Okay.
You got the Gouda.
Variations.
You got the feta.
Yeah. That nobody wants to deal with.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, hopefully it gets better for you.
I'm hoping for it.
Okay.
At least it was only 30-minute episodes.
Yeah. At least they're short episodes.
Yes. I can knock this out in a weekend.
All right. So there you go. 2 episodes down.
Yes. Oh, we haven't even mentioned your this a little tease for later. Your interview.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah. So stick around, and Jaime did an interview with a very high profile actor that you guys are gonna want to hear.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe not.
Yeah. Something to look forward to though, for sure.
Yeah. Teasing.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, look at us being all professional.
Getting guests already,
I know.
Like, isn't that crazy?
Fancy.
Who knew? We're so honored. Yeah.
We should move on to Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Okay, so
you caught up on 4 episodes.
Yeah, I watched 4 episodes yesterday.
Yeah. You were a little drained.
I didn't hate the latest episode.
Okay.
I think that's a huge compliment for how the show's been going.
I have to agree.
It was nice to see Donna Troy again. I don't like Tim Drake.
Okay.
I just don't care for him.
Okay.
Every time he talks, I'm like, dude, just stop.
Yeah.
No. I don't care, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I have to agree with you about liking this episode more than any episode we've seen so far this season. I mean, because you guys have liked the first 3. I wasn't a fan, but I actually So and then we were all in agreement of like the few episodes, but I actually like this episode.
I'm trying to think it's Hank.
That brings that energy.
Yeah,
I can see that because he brought the cheese. By the way, he brought the cheese in the first. Like, it was a different type of Hank, that we got, and he was interesting. But I also feel like we kind of got a different, like, a story that was that brings together some of like the, I guess, like their superpowers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, or Donna Troy having powers, and I guess it was only Donna Troy. That really, but it brought some like comic bookness
Exactly.
to the episode, right?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Like they were in a whole different world where they're all like supposed to be dead and stuff like that, and it was interesting. It was an interesting story, and then we also had still Raven. We had Raven finally. Like, how many episodes has it been at this point?
Episode 9 at that point.
Oh, was it?
I have no idea.
It's either 8 or 9 for sure.
It's yeah, sure.
The one thing that I can say, I was pissed off at the spoilers from HBO Max. The first like freaking icon, the thumbnail was Raven, and I was like, oh well, fucking finally at least, But it did kind of annoy me, but it was a good episode compared to a lot.
Yeah.
That had been. What'd you like about the episode?
I do exactly what you said. It did feel more of a comic book story. I liked the interaction between Donna and Hank.
Yeah.
Didn't like Tim Drake.
Yeah.
Just that kid bugs me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. There was an opportunity that I feel like they kind of missed.
Yeah, kill him, like let him die.
Wow. No. Well, no, because it seems like he's gonna become Robin, right? Like it seems like he's gonna be Robin. Okay. And also, so there was an opportunity that was missed. Okay, they were in a world that if you make a wish, right, or if you think it hard enough, you can become that, right? Okay. You can get whatever you want, as deep as you want it.
Go on.
Now, this was a perfect opportunity for
a massage therapist.
Jose.
I just need someone to crack my back, okay?
I can crack your back all you want.
Promise?
Stop. Okay. Back to the show. Anyway, Tim Drake's opportunity to become Robin was in this moment. Maybe just as a foreshadow, maybe not actually being Robin, but he could have wished hard enough, and as long as he wanted to be Robin in that moment, he could have done it. And I expected that.
That's a really good idea.
So yeah, this was the opportunity to like just have him
become Robin.
Just show him as Robin. Even if it's again temporary because he's not in the real world anyway.
Yeah, it
would have been like, oh, cool, this is the new Robin. Even though you hate Tim Drake, I feel like that could have given him the energy, the personality, the character. Yeah, like he wouldn't have been such a crybaby the whole time.
Yeah,
which he was. Like he was, oh, I'm dying, oh, I'm dead. Like get me out of here.
I just want to be Robin.
Yeah, but he did say like he wanted to be Robin. So why didn't they at least quote unquote foreshadow or just show him as Robin in that moment? It would have made his character kind of develop in the episode.
Yeah, you're right.
And led him to it,
That is a great point.
It was a ball they dropped, for sure. It was an opportunity that they had and they didn't do it, in my opinion.
Womp womp.
But the reason you hated him was because he was a crybaby the whole time.
Yeah, he annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, he was being bratty.
But it was also really cool to see Hank just fight everybody off with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And then run into who was that?
Donnie. They called him Donnie. I want to say that.
Because I vaguely remember him.
I was going to say,
episode.
Like in the beginning, right?
Yeah, he was the original Dove.
Yeah. Okay. I fucking forgot about that guy.
Yeah, I did too. To be honest. Now.
Yeah, and when Donnie showed up, because I actually put who the fuck is Donnie because it just it was thrown in like kind of at the end. Maybe it should have been brought earlier. Maybe they should have united in the. See, I'm just making up a whole episode for them at this point.
And you're doing a better job than they did.
It would have made sense for the after because why the hell?
Caught Jaime.
Please, no, but it's like so. It was a cool episode, but along with what you're saying in regards to Donnie, right, being the original Dove, which again we just remembered.
Yeah,
you right now, and then I was like, I think this guy was in an episode. There was a lot of inconsistency in the way that like Donna was still on the train even though she was dead,
but I think she was on the train still because they were kind of keeping her alive.
But what was the explanation for that in the world, right? Because you could have reversed Hawk and Donna and it would have made more sense
because
Donna was dead longer recently. Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's the fact that when Hank died, like he had his destination already done. Like his body was gone, he was done.
Okay.
And they were still trying to bring Donna back. So I feel like Donna was kind of in between when with Raven trying to bring her back and all the other women trying to bring her back.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that makes sense in my head.
Yeah. Well, but again, like, okay, so you could have made the reason that Donna was still alive is because she was the Hank she jumped off the train, she did her thing like in that other world, and then she found Hank and she found
that would have made more sense.
Yeah,
but that's,
it's not how they did it.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it was and then it was just by the way, I'm gonna kind of jump in a different direction here, but it was just because it was the way the episode was kind of laid out too, like.
If the episode doesn't make sense, neither will we.
Right? We're gonna confuse you guys as much as the episode. The final will and testament of Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
Wang. What the hell is Bruce Wayne?
You know who that
is. Bruce Thomas Wayne. Excuse me. Okay. Like, what was the point?
BT Dubs.
What was BT Dubs? Okay, that. What was the point?
That's what his friends call him.
So, is there a story arc that you know about with him, that where he's like gonna kill himself and then doesn't kill himself?
And apparently, this was it. It just so sometimes it does feel like they throw things in specifically for shock value, rather than character. I guess you can argue that it is where it was gonna lead.
Yeah.
With him losing Jason Todd, because I guess at this point he hadn't lost someone in the Bat family yet.
Okay.
Except for Alfred, I guess, because Alfred's not in this.
He's not, huh?
I got nothing, man. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point.
It's just, well, he doesn't even have to really be in the show, you know? Like what was the whole point? I mean, I guess we'll see next episode, but like Donna ends up saving him. Like, okay.
Yeah.
She left her, the mascara, somehow ended up at Bruce's house to save him from a fire.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how did she come out there?
Yeah. But her body was on her island, right?
Yeah.
And how did she just magically pop up in, the in the real
Wayne
world? At Wayne Manor?
I have no idea.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Because writing, Jaime.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, this episode was better than what they've had.
Yeah, yeah.
It was more palatable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a step in the right direction, at least. Well, they're facing the right direction. At least they haven't taken that step yet.
Jesus Christ. It's been a whole season.
Oh, my God.
For me, it's been a whole season.
So, Doom Patrol, right?
There's still that opportunity. I mean, I've been here, again, we've still been hearing a lot of good things about Doom Patrol. And the banners on HBO Max are like Doom Patrol like crazy. So I'm like, fudge. At this point, like, we're going to see the end. It seems like it's...
I mean, at this, I feel like I'm invested, but I'm kind of hate watching.
Yeah.
Not the way I'm hate watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I am so hate watching Doctor Who. Oh my God.
That's funny. Yeah. I can't wait to see this one, but the Reaper guys were pretty cool in this
oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I could call them. And it reminds me of did you ever play the video game Infamous?
No.
It was on PlayStation. There were some characters that were called the Reapers, I think, as well. And they kind of look hooded like that, and like like they didn't really have faces, so very, very much similar to that. They were cool. I didn't get why they were not affecting Hank and they were not affecting Donna, but they were affecting Tim. Did you get that?
No, I just assumed Donna has superpowers and
Hawk.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I feel like I'm depressing you more and more.
You know what? This episode sucked. Jaime made a better episode.
In 10 seconds.
I hope you're happy.
No. But it's so weird because overall, like, I like the episode. But maybe it's just because we're so used to like getting beat up by the rest of them.
Yeah, that's very true. It's when you put your expectations on the ground.
Yeah. You have nothing more like at that point.
It's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. There's no other way to go. But it was good. It was compared to how the season's been. Yeah, yeah. Still so many questions that we have.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, this reminded me of Loki, and I'm trying to remember why Loki. Oh, the Loki world.
Which Loki world?
Was it the Void?
Okay.
Is that what it was called? I can't remember all of a sudden. So if
was it the Void?
I don't know. I feel like I'm making that up.
It sounds right.
Okay, so
I've been watching Supernatural, so they have a Void too.
Where all the people who were pruned were sent to. That's what it reminds me of. It kind of reminded me of that world, in a lot of senses, because it's like a limbo world, where right before they get taken to wherever the hell they're going at the end of the day, and there was a bridge to come back to the real world, which was that's why Donna and Tim crossed.
For me, well, again, because I've been watching Supernatural a lot. In Supernatural, they have Purgatory.
Oh, okay.
And the Purgatory looks a lot like that, especially with that same filter that they were using. Yeah. That kind of black and white-ish, kind of with a blue hue kind of thing. Gotcha. Like that's exactly what it looks like in Supernatural.
Oh, got it.
So that's what I was thinking. Yeah. And in Supernatural, it's Purgatory is for all the non-human creatures. Oh. So werewolves and vampires. All of those things go there.
Yeah, it sounds like I would really like this show.
Supernatural is really good until it gets really repetitive, and then it gets really good again.
Yeah, I need to watch it. But it was interesting. I wrote down why are they all meeting if they all died at different times? Oh yeah, that's a point I made already.
No, yeah, and it was a good point.
Yeah.
It definitely made a lot of sense. Yeah. I don't understand why. No, yeah, you make a good point, because I hadn't even thought of that. Because at first I was like, okay, it makes sense because Donna Troy, they're trying to keep her alive, so maybe she's kind of like hanging on, and they haven't completely killed her off. Yeah. But then you made a great point. Like Hank just died.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, he just blew up.
Yeah.
It could have like Raven. It could have been Raven saying goodbye to them. Like honestly, we didn't need Donna Troy although I do like her. Like I feel like she really helped the episode too.
Yeah.
I don't think we need that many Titans again.
I liked her. I enjoyed her, and I would want to see more of her. Mm-hmm. But
you're just drained at this point.
I also don't want them to like. I was gonna say kill the character, but I mean like. I don't want them to screw the character up.
Yeah. She could have just stayed at home at that point and then just send Raven back. Now that Raven's trained as well, which we haven't even really talked about Raven.
Raven was in this.
Yeah, she was in this. She was in this, and I like Raven. I like Raven in general, But again, I feel like we've missed so much of her through this season that it's just like she was just not really doing much there aside from training. Which is not a bad thing. They could say, hey, like we just brought her, like here. Which they never explained that in the beginning. By the way, they never said we're gonna send Raven to go train. They said we're gonna send Raven to revive Donna. Mm-hmm. That was the goal the whole time, right? But she did training, which was cool to see Raven kind of dodging swords and kind of fighting, and then even using her powers at a certain point. It was cool, but it just left her on the island. It's an island, right? Like or a different world. Okay, so and then they just left her there, and Donna ended up back at Bruce Wayne's, mansion. So, yeah,
story people.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I can get a job with Warner Brothers.
We can write better stories.
I'm gonna start applying.
Maybe just
and the thing is, don't even need to put original stories.
Yeah,
like all these stories are already written.
Yeah,
they are there.
Yeah. They just need to, like, how do I say this? They just need to have a better direction in the way that it's put on the screen. Mm-hmm. It's not hard. I don't imagine how hard could it be. You have to keep it hard, right? You can literally translate a lot of those things to TV. Yeah, in my opinion, and I don't feel like we see that a lot.
Yeah, especially because a lot of the books are episodic, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes they jump around a lot, but not often. there's a way.
But
to
I mean,
transition
when they do a storyline,
Yeah.
you know, they will release 5-6 different comics
around that.
Yeah,
Specifically.
around that specific storyline.
Yeah. So this is why I still, when I think about Titans, I think about Teen Titans, is because the at least the in Teen Titans, the animated series that I asked you to watch, at least there's a story and there's a build up and there's a reason why everything is kind of happening, and it's cheesy, but it gets better.
Okay,
you know, in my opinion. Teen Titans was good this Titans was good this episode, which is called Souls, by the way.
Yes.
And it was good compared to what it's been.
Yeah, I think that's the caveat right there.
Yeah.
It was good in comparison.
Yep.
Like on its own, it was still lackluster.
Yeah. I mean, the way we break it down, for sure.
Well, I mean, I like it less now.
Yeah.
Hope you're happy.
Sorry.
I'm over here trying to sing.
I'm
DC
such a Debbie
praises,
Downer today.
and you're just like, well, it kind of sucked.
No, like I agree with you. I liked it compared to it, but there were still questions that we have and still things that just didn't make sense in the beginning, in the end, through the whole episode.
You're just like, well, now that I think about it, I didn't really like this episode.
But I did.
I just didn't hate it.
Did. I liked it.
All right. Well, there you go.
There you go.
We have a Jaime's review.
All right. So we talked about Teen Titans. We talked about Titans.
So actually, before I get to the news, there was something that we talked about probably way back in episode 2 that we just never got around to doing. So I just wanted to read a little bit of a story.
Okay.
Which, I mean, well, this is a bit of a creepy story.
So we're adding that creep factor, guys. Just be aware.
Content not suitable for children. All right. So this is just, I'm just going to read this story.
Okay.
It almost felt like a dream. I woke up to my dog, Lucy, barking. She was upright on the bed where my husband and I were sleeping with our 22-month-old daughter, staring at our door like an unknown stranger was out there rummaging around. I thought she was freaking out over a house noise. We'd only had her for 3 months and she was still a puppy. It could have been anything. Our roommate, a creak from the house settling, the awnings moving outside in the breeze. I wasn't too concerned initially. I decided the best bet would be to open the door and show her nothing was there. It sounds a bit silly, but it's what we do with our daughter when she gets scared. And I figured it should work with a puppy too. I opened the door and she raced to the front door. She stood there snarling at the door. It was an angry, violent growl, one I had never heard her make before. I looked groggily at her and opened the baby gate, blocking the doorway, planning to open the door and show her everything was okay. The second my hand reached for the deadbolt, Lucy went wild. She started barking and jumped towards me, and when I touched the metal, she suddenly changed her temper. She whimpered, almost like she was afraid and backing down. As her mannerisms changed, so did mine. I wasn't calm anymore. My heart was racing and sinking at the same time. I had been flooded with a mixture of fear and dread. I looked through the peephole. I can't explain why I looked, but I did. Outside were 2 kids. One was just a smidgen shorter than me and didn't look much younger. I'm 21 and she looked to be about 16 or 17. She was slender and pale. Her hair was a light shade of honey blonde and she wore it long, about mid-back, with long, thin, blunt bangs in front that covered most of her eyes. She wore jeans, a light wash that's popular right now, and a thin-looking olive-colored pullover style hoodie. She held the hand of a small girl who looked to be around 3 or 4 in the same style, jeans and a button-down ivory cardigan. The smaller one looked at the floor shyly, but had the same shade of hair, tied back in a ponytail. She held a stuffed toy under her free arm. It wasn't identical to the one my daughter has, as was their style of dress. Had it not been for the feeling of overwhelming dread and fear, I probably would have asked these children in and given them some tea or hot chocolate to get them out of the bitter cold. Something about them seemed off. At this point, I hadn't made any noise. I hadn't shushed a dog or grumbled. Nothing. I hadn't turned on any lights. These kids had no indicators I was at the door. The older one spoke. She had a voice that was mature, confident, strong, and accentless. She held her head tilted downward and I couldn't see her eyes. She said, "We have to use your phone." I stood frozen in fear. How did she know I was there? She raised her head to face me directly, and that was when I saw her eyes. There was a reason I couldn't see them through her bangs before. They were black, or midnight blue, or a dark, dark purple. They were otherworldly. She said, "Our mother is worried." As someone who has always been interested in creepy stories, I knew what she was the second she looked at me through the door. I have never been one to believe in these things. As a staunch atheist and skeptic when it comes to the paranormal, I had written off many ghost stories from friends and family members eager to tell their tale. I didn't believe it. Still, I couldn't rationalize my way out of this. I was standing with nothing but a thin wooden door between me and a black-eyed kid. There was no question what was right in front of me. I did not answer her. Slowly and silently, I backed away from the door, Lucy still cowering at my ankles. She kept talking back. Just let us in to use your phone. I took another step back, and with that step, the tone changed. At first, she seemed polite. When I took that second step, she became commanding, almost hostile. We're not going to hurt you. If we wanted to do that, we would have broken in. I'll ask again. May we come in and use your phone? Lucy snarled at the door, and I inched backwards. Though something inside me seemed to be slowly pulling me back towards the door. It wasn't a physical pulling so much as a subconscious need to go back and let them in. I got to my room, covered up the window, locked the door, and sat there in the dim light of the nightlight. I heard her call me back to the door once more and then quiet. I didn't go back to sleep that night, and I haven't slept right since. I know from reading about them that black-eyed kids can't come in without permission. I know they haven't hurt anyone, but I still fear I'll be the exception. When I told my husband, he said it was just a dream. He keeps telling me to forget it, but this lingering feeling of sadness, this dread, and this house is silent at night, and this fear of a knock at the door, this tells me otherwise.
Crazy.
Yeah. To me, black-eyed children are fucking terrifying.
Have you ever seen a black-eyed child?
I've never seen one, but just the thought of one is just...
Freaks you out.
Yeah, because to me, kids are creepy. I know what that sounds like, and I stand by it. Okay. Like, nothing is creepier than a child laughing. Just listen to their laughs.
Especially, like, if you're, like, in a, in a place where, like, there's not supposed to be kids or whatever, like, yeah, I can understand how that would freak you out. Yeah, kids are creepy.
Kids are creepy.
Yeah.
And just imagine just 2 a.m, a couple of kids at your door.
Yeah.
And to me, I think what creeps me out the most is the fact that they're feeding on someone's humanity at that point.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because you open the door and two kids, and they're just like, "Can we come in?" And you feel bad, and you're just like, "Yeah, come on in." But everybody describes the exact same feeling of dread.
Wow.
Everybody's
crazy.
like, "I want to let them in, but I know I shouldn't." Like, I get that scared feeling.
Yeah, and that's I don't know much about the black-eyed kids. And it's really kind of interesting to kind of hear a story about it, especially because I've never really like paid attention. I feel like I've seen like a movie or something like that, but I'm not too sure. But I would be horrified.
Yeah,
same kind of feeling. But it's crazy the emotion that you kind of it sounds like people feel when they experience this type of situation.
It's like sheer survival instincts.
Yeah, and it's like your body knows. It's not even like you know right away until you start picking up on certain hints. What do they suppose like? So she mentioned that it was a lady, right, that was speaking. Yeah. Okay, she mentioned that nobody's been affected by them, or they are affected by them.
There isn't any stories about people actually letting them in.
Oh,
and I guess
maybe for a reason.
Yeah, and I guess I think that kind of adds to it because it's like, the only people that you hear stories from are people that didn't let them in.
Yeah.
So it just makes you wonder what happened to the people that did let them in.
Yeah. Wow. This is interesting. They sound like vampires though too.
Yeah, they're very vampire-like.
Yeah.
With the they can't come in unless they're invited.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know how they react to garlic.
If you ever see black-eyed kids,
just throw garlic bread.
Throw garlic at them. Yeah, garlic bread. Is that what you said? Or if you have garlic bread, I guess.
Actually, I'm not throwing garlic bread. I want that.
I want to eat it too. So,
I want garlic bread.
I wouldn't either. Yeah. Wow, that was a pretty intense story.
All right. Well, moving on to the news now. We have Roald Dahl just got bought out. Well, the estate of Roald Dahl just got bought out on Netflix. Dude, they paid 500 million euros for the Roald Dahl.
For the what?
Roald Dahl?
I have no idea what that is.
Roald Dahl is an author.
Okay.
He did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, the BFG.
Oh, okay. Got
James and the Giant Peach. Yeah. So we're gonna see more movies.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, like remakes of probably stuff like you mentioned, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, maybe series even.
Yeah, I think that's more likely.
Right.
Just have a few series.
Yeah,
because I know they have the BFG movie came out not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
James and the Giant.
The big fucking giant. I swear that's what I see. Like,
Yes.
okay, he's a giant.
That just makes sense. Yeah.
What does BFG mean? Otherwise, I don't
Big
know.
friendly giant.
Okay.
You heathen.
I don't know. I didn't know. Why did they call it the big friendly giant? That I wouldn't, let my mind wander. So
Yeah, you wouldn't let your mind fill in the blanks.
fill in the blanks. Yeah, big fucking giant. It makes sense.
We apologize to any kids that are listening.
Okay. Megan's nephew. I don't know how old he is, so I'm just assuming.
She's not on the show, so he's not listening.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost like half our audience for this episode.
Yeah.
Man, my sister loved Matilda. I can stand this.
You can stand Matilda, or you can't stand that they bought Matilda.
I lost interest in Matilda.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because my sister had it on replay all the time.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cute movie when I was a kid.
But did you watch it like 16 times a day?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. What other news do we have?
Of course.
Oh, was there more news for that?
No, that we can move on from that. But we got the Super Mario castings.
Oh yeah,
that people went crazy over.
Yeah, and it was announced during the Nintendo Direct, which I'm gonna kind of talk about Nintendo Direct too. But yeah, like, what'd you think? What'd you think about the cast?
That's it. So I like Chris Pratt as an actor.
Right.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him doing Mario.
Right.
Because now I'm like, he's either gonna be doing a ridiculous Italian accent,
or he's gonna be doing the
or
same
he's
voice.
gonna be Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. I can't imagine Star-Lord.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was kind of like. Adolfo also kind of brought that up, that people were freaking out about him playing Mario. But I was like, well, we don't really know what he's gonna do with it yet. You know, so that's the only thing. Like, which way is it gonna go?
Yeah, because I wasn't a fan of when they did the new Grinch movie.
Okay.
With Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch, and I love Benedict Cumberbatch. But just the Grinch sounded like Benedict Cumberbatch, and it was weird. You know.
Was it an animated movie as well? Oh, okay.
But we also have Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach.
Yep.
She's fine. I like her.
Yeah. I mean, it's Peach's voice as well. It's
not. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much to say about her.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So we'll be having some Donkey Kong in this.
Yeah. Even though it's not a Donkey Kong movie, but yeah.
Well,
he does have a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Because that was Mario's first appearance.
Yeah.
Right? In Donkey Kong.
Yes, it was, because Mario was the villain in that game.
No, Donkey Kong was the villain.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking backwards.
Yes.
It's my bad.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Again, I love Keegan-Michael Key.
Uh-huh.
You don't know who he is?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, because I saw the direct, Jose.
Oh, my bad.
I'm just kidding.
But I just can't see. And I think that this is a big issue now when it comes to animation.
Yeah.
Because before we used to get voice actors.
Yeah.
People that did voices that specifically trained for animation, and now we get all these big stars.
Yeah.
That it's like, what is the point of hiring Chris Pratt?
Right.
You know,
and it's just for the star power.
Yeah, because you could have given a nameless voice actor.
Well, and it's funny because the original voice actor is gonna like help with the movie. He's not going to play Mario, but he's gonna be part of the movie. They announced that during the direct as well, which, like you're saying, it's pretty odd. You know, like we could have just had him play Mario. I mean,
exactly.
Play
he
Mario.
Plays Mario.
Yeah, but they always want to add star power behind things, and
yeah, I mean, because we're also getting Jack Black.
Yeah.
As Bowser.
Right.
Again, I like Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah.
Like I don't. A lot of these I just don't see. Charlie Day as Luigi. Charlie Day is just Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Day has the most, and the thing is, Charlie Day, the most obnoxious thing about Charlie Day is his voice.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy, Sebastian Maniscalco. Fucking hate this guy.
I don't even know who he is.
He's a quote unquote comedian.
Oh, you're like questionable.
Oh my god! Just I had a friend make me watch his stand up. We're like 20 minutes in, and I was like, how have I not even chuckled at any of his jokes? Like, he does this professionally.
Wow.
And you would think that I would have at least gotten one of those the laughs through the nose. Nothing.
Oh,
just
man,
not funny. I was he was making me angry, which is the exact opposite of what comedy's supposed to do.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong.
Yeah. At least he does voices.
Yeah,
and like he does different characters.
I don't mind Fred Armisen. I think that's
because he was in Portlandia, right?
Yes.
That's him? Okay, so he did different characters in Portlandia, which is cool. He's like he does characters.
Yes,
you know,
he's a character actor.
Yeah, like when you think about Chris Pratt, though, Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt. Like that's just who he is.
Yes.
He's just in the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was trying to find the voice actor's name. I couldn't find it, though.
That's cool. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
You could have made one up. Nobody.
Yeah, I totally could have. Yeah, but it's just that's just what it is. It's driven by star power at this point, and I mean I get it, but I don't get it. You know, like it could have just been an animated series, an animated movie, excuse me, with voice actors. You know, but we're not getting that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in other news, Gina Carano is back in the news.
Oh.
So they were talking about that she would be appearing in new Mandalorian episodes.
Okay.
And this fucking chick, she went out and tweeted something else.
Oh gosh.
Let me read.
You have the tweet? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. God.
Imagine it's 1981 and the government has mandated that all LGBTQ people have to show papers proving they aren't HIV positive or they won't be allowed on planes, into concerts, or dine at restaurants. Read that again.
Oh my God. Disgusting. And I mean, look, somebody argued this with me recently, and obviously I'm part of the LGBT community, right? And
what? Was this in the
Jose,
news?
I'm the gay. Did you forget that? Are you the gay now?
I don't know, man. The way that masseuse was bending me around.
Whoa, bro. Again, where's the OnlyFans? Number one. No, but to me, that's very number one. It's a very disgusting comparison to like the pandemic that we have going on, right? Because HIV and AIDS is a very serious. I mean, COVID is a very serious situation. So is the HIV situation that we had as well. But there's a few different things that you can, you have to understand about HIV versus, the COVID, right? COVID gets spread through just breathing and because of the liquids that come out of your mouth and things like that, right? You had to go there. HIV was different, it's through your blood, semen, but that's where it's such a and again, somebody debated that with me. Somebody literally said, well, what if you have to go around with the card that says you're HIV negative? I'm like, that's such bullshit because it's not transmitted in the same way.
Exactly.
Like that, like this is science,
there's no place for science in America.
It makes no sense, dude. And then this is and for again this star, and I get it. She's probably gonna lose her series at this point.
Oh my God, why is she a star though? She can't act. She is terrible in everything. I don't understand.
She portrays that kind of. She portrays
being bad.
She is who she is. She is.
She's just bad at her job.
You're right. She's a wrestler.
She has never been good.
Yeah,
she's an MMA fighter.
Oh, whatever the fuck she is. Yeah, because at least wrestlers have some acting skills, right? Like
you beat me to that.
Yes. This is where it starts becoming, and if you're a star, I don't feel like you can comment on things that you're not in relation to. Like you can talk about MMA, girl. Like that's what you do.
Although I don't really agree with that because if it was someone that saying things that you agree with, then. So look, I understand. I just think that it is asinine and ignorant. Mm-hmm. Another thing that she just recently tweeted.
Oh gosh, there's more.
I put here also tweets from a place of ignorance. It was a cartoon that's like the government saying, of course you're allowed to ask questions. Here is a list of approved questions. You're absolutely free to study and investigate for yourself. Here is a list of approved sources. We're not trying to stifle thought. We want you to learn everything you can as you reach approved conclusions.
Yeah.
She's a stupid kid who wonders why 2 + 2 isn't fish when she read it on Google. Like that's the only thing I could think of when she's just like, oh, why are you giving me approved sources, bitch?
Yeah.
Because these people did the research. That's fucking why.
And I get your frustration with it. And by the way, she's not the only person who speaks these things. Obviously, she's tweeting them, right? But she's also not. This is a common thing talked about in a certain. In certain communities, like these things are said and repeated, and it's like you and I agree with it. Like I can say, hi, I'm going to do research, but Google is not research. I'm sorry.
Oh, people that tell you to do your own research, never do their own research.
Yeah, and it can. You're not scientists. We're not scientists, And
I know I failed science.
Yeah. Actually, I did really great in science, oceanography, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, that's gonna come in handy.
It totally did.
You know what?
Not.
Actually, with rising sea levels, it might.
Well, I don't remember shit of it now. Are you kidding me? I was in high school. Like, what the fuck? I don't remember what happened yesterday, although I do. But no. And by the way, since we talked about the oceanography thing right now, I remember also taking like a integrated science 3 exam that I had to take, and it had nothing to do with what I learned in oceanography. And I was like, what the fuck,
Because standardized testing
made no sense. But we're not researchers. We're not in the medical practices ourselves. We don't do those things, right? Like we can't say it's research. It's not. It's Google. You're Googling something.
Yeah.
Anything I use to have a conversation or have a discussion with somebody about these type of situations, it's the same thing. But I can't prove these things either way. Like this is why we depend on people who have the knowledge, the power, the sources, the resources to be able to prove that for us.
I remember seeing someone put out like, if vaccines are good for you, why can't you just put it in a spoon and drink it? Like, it'll kill you. And all I could think of was like, if broccoli is good for you, why can't you just put it in a syringe and inject it into your bloodstream? Like, do you realize how stupid you sound?
Yeah.
Just ignorance. Well, I know we're probably going to alienate some listeners right now. And I mean, oh well. It's
yeah.
I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to say I understand do your own research.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people don't do their own research to find facts. They do the research
to prove themselves
to find what. Yeah. I remember there was a YouTube. I forgot what channel. Okay. But they did this series if Google was a guy. Have you ever seen this?
No, I've never seen it. But
so it's just some guy, and then people are coming up to him and asking him questions, and so some lady comes in and she goes proof vaccines cause autism, and he's like, oh, did you mean proof vaccines didn't cause autism? And he pulls out all this
other stuff, information.
all this information, and she's like, no, proof they do cause autism. So he pulls out one sheet of paper, and she's like, thank you.
That's all you need.
Yeah, it's like, this is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's people don't research for facts; they research to prove what they already think is the truth.
Yeah. People need to stick to kind of what they know, at the end of the day.
I agree.
Nicki Minaj is the same bullet.
Oh my God, yes.
But that's a whole different
it's like,
situation.
And it's funny because every story that isn't true starts with my brother's best friend.
That's the best. That was the best part. I literally had that same person that I'm talking about tell me that my wife got a text message from somebody. I was like, okay, okay, get out of here with that. They probably don't listen to us, which I don't care.
Yeah, so, that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm losing anything. What are they gonna do? Cancel us?
We just started.
Yeah.
We probably have already been canceled.
I already scrubbed my Twitter.
Yeah. I never posted shit like I barely have a Twitter. I don't post crazy shit. Jose. Anyway,
I know I followed you. There was nothing there.
Nothing there. Maybe porn links, but
all right. Moving on.
Other news. Yes.
Yes. A little bit more obnoxious. X them or Generation X. So, Marvel reportedly considering changing the name of the X-Men to be more gender inclusive.
To be X them.
X them
Wait,
or
is this a
Generation
joke though?
X.
Is this a joke because it doesn't sound like it's a real thing?
Marvel's president. Well, you know what? It might not be because Marvel's president of physical, post-production, VFX, and animation, Victoria Alonso, stated, "I don't know where the future is going. It's funny that people call it the X-Men. There's a lot of female superheroes in that X-Men group, so I think it's outdated."
Okay. I mean, and you're. I can agree with this.
No,
I can agree with this.
who the fuck cares?
I could. Okay. I mean, look. At this point,
We're
we all know that
mankind.
they're not men. Yeah, we all know that they're not men. I can agree with the idea of it. But, yeah. I know how you feel about it already.
It's just who
Yeah.
the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I'm not gonna fight you on this because X-Men is that's just they are a group of mutants.
and-
It's just the what it is.
And I mean, the thing is, so in every language, there's a masculine and feminine to anything, right?
Yes.
But and you know what? Masculine always takes over. Like that's just. I understand it sounds ignorant, but that's the way language works. That's the way language has always
been.
worked. Yeah.
Yes.
We're mankind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah.
and I guess people are just like, well, call us humans.
Yeah.
You know, fine, whatever.
Well, there's still
Like,
man
we're
in
just-
that too.
Yeah. No. That doesn't count. Though.
Human.
That doesn't count. Oh, wait till you find out there's man and women. Woman.
So I get what you're saying. I'm gonna be the opposing factor to you here because I do feel like that in general things just because they have been or this is what they are doesn't mean that they should continue to be that way. And the reason I point that out is because again, people can be whoever they want to be, essentially, in a lot of senses, right? We can say that, and I think that people should be allowed and should be included into every aspect of life. And just because that's just the way it is, doesn't mean that that's the way it should continue to be.
But see, this is the point with. I do agree with that. Things do need to evolve.
Yeah.
But when it also comes to just I want to say like the language, it's there is a point where you overcomplicate everything for the sake of complications. We know that X-Men don't just include men.
Yes.
We all know Rogue is an X-Men.
Right.
We all know Jubilee is an X-Men.
X-person.
Kitty Pryde is an X-Men. Yes, like
They're X people.
No, X people. Like I've had X people. I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
It's not an inclusivity thing at this point, because if it was just X-Men,
Yeah.
then and we all only allowed men in, it's
Yeah.
not a boys club at that point.
Uh-huh.
It's there is no reason to go back to include people when they are included. They are included.
They are in that group.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just, to me it's an overcorrection. That's what it seems like. I agree people need to be integrated, and it's great that they do have LGBTQ characters.
Yeah.
They do have women characters
Yeah.
as part of the X-Men. All of these are part of the X-Men.
Yeah.
And not once had my mind gone, why isn't it the X people?
Uh-huh.
It's just because they can't call them humans, because not all of them are.
They call them X. They could just be.
The
I
X
get it.
gene just.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. X-Men are X-Men.
Yeah, because then you call them
this
mutants,
point.
and then
Yeah.
that's basically you're calling them a slur.
Yeah, because in the comic books, that's considered a slur. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, I get it. I get what you're saying in regards to it. I understand, but I also understand the need for progression in a lot of senses, because as much as we like to say that there could be more, of everybody, and then not just in the titles, right? Because we need more titles with different variations and more. And there are different groups. There's X Factor, I think is probably a group. No, I know there's
Joe
different
Rogan
teams. Excalibur is a team, I think. Or maybe I'm just making these names up. But but I get it from your point of view. But I do understand it from both sides, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
All right, Adolfo.
So I'm sure you've heard about this, the Marvel lawsuit going out.
Yes, versus like the families of the
Steve Ditko and is it Stanley? It is Stanley
as
right?
well. Yeah,
he was one of them. Stanley and Steve Ditko.
What you call me? No, I'm just kidding.
So Marvel is filing a series of lawsuits against various Marvel Comics figures, including the heirs of Stanley and Steve Ditko, in a bid to maintain complete ownership over its most popular characters. The characters that Marvel could stand to lose partial control of include Spider-Man, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Falcon, Blade, and potentially more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's a lot of... The thing is, they wouldn't be losing full control of them.
Right.
It's just partial control.
And that's where maybe Disney is getting a little too... Greedy. Yeah. Because you're making it sound... They want the power to be able to show these characters, like as much as they want, however they want, know. But I feel like, if the creators' families are entitled to rights.
And not just that, I think they're entitled to the monetary compensation.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think that this wouldn't matter when it comes to overseas sales. So they could still profit off of the characters' images outside of the United States.
Right.
But apparently not even a decade ago, a lawyer representing Jack Kirby tried to sue in an effort to end Marvel's copyright of the X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk, and more, but lost in the Second Circuit of Court Appeals. It's hard to say what would happen, especially because of how fiercely Disney protects their IP.
Yeah, they're gonna go hard for sure.
Yeah, so in 1984, Mickey Mouse was supposed to go into public domain. So because of 1909 copyright laws.
Yeah, right.
But Disney convinced Congress to change the copyright laws.
And by convinced, they probably paid some people
course.
out.
Yeah, they didn't just talk to them, Jaime.
Right, like had a conversation.
Yeah, they didn't just tweet at them.
Yeah, well,
in 1984. Right. Then, that extended it to 2003.
Yeah,
when Mickey Mouse was supposed to go back into public domain, and again.
Yeah, it's coming up. Probably another 40 years. Was it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think Disney's gonna let go of these characters without a fight. And
I mean, at what point does the family also stop getting paid though for these type of things? Like, at what point in the generations?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So because they
didn't create them, but
but it's like. They're obviously going to be well off already, like if they're passing
rich people shit.
Honestly, at the end of the day, it sounds like it. Like these people are loaded. Like
Steve Ditko died. Did he die like desolate?
Well, it's not like Stan Lee if he has family, if he has families suing, it just like you said, rich people just like wanting to make more money.
Yep.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. But I wanted to end the news segment with some happy news, something that made me very, very happy.
Okay. I have news too, by the way.
Okay, so, I wanted to end my share of the news segment with something that made me very happy. Never. Do you have actual news or just the Nintendo stuff?
I do have. Well, I don't know if this. You might talk about one of the things. There's only
I
two
have
or three
one more
things.
item.
Okay, cool. Well, tell me.
And it's something that made me very happy.
Oh, what made you happy?
Russell T. Davies returning to Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, who's that? That's great that it made you very happy. I think you sent me you posted this on Instagram.
Yes, Russell T. Davies was the showrunner that brought the show back in 2006.
Okay. Cool.
So he brought he ran from seasons 1 through season 4.
Great. That's awesome to hear.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Chibnall gets the hell out. Jodie gets the hell out. This was back to Eccleston and Tennant era.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm excited too.
Like I'm He brought the show back once. I hope he could do it again.
I like Eccleston and I like David Tennant.
Yeah.
So.
David Tennant is still widely considered like the second most popular Doctor.
Oh, cool.
Right past Tom Baker. And I'm pretty sure that Tom Baker fans are all going to die off soon. So.
Wow. Well, you're still here. What do you mean? Stop. No, don't go down this. Why did I just open that door? Stop it. Yeah.
Well, hey, mine's just Capaldi, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Cool. Party. I'm just a Matt Smith guy. Like, I'm just totally that.
I
like,
get it.
I like
Matt
him
Smith was great.
Yeah.
Matt Smith was a lot of fun.
Cool. You know, and what I can say, again, since we're still on the Doctor Who thing, is, well, I mean, I haven't seen Jodie yet, right? Jodie Foster. I haven't seen her yet. But I feel like a lot of it has to do with the writing, you know, like and the directors of like the character, the direction of the character.
You are correct how much the writing has to do with it. But in on the flip side of the coin, there have been Capaldi episodes that have not been written well, where he was still great.
Okay. But yeah, he's a great actor.
He is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
She still doesn't know
who she was as a doctor. Okay. And it seems like some of it was kind of happening this season though, to me, like I was telling you, you know, because and again, maybe because of the writing, you know, there's two different directions, maybe even three different directions of the Doctor in this season that I'm seeing.
But you can't look at an episode and be like, yeah, Capaldi just didn't hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, he's a great actor for sure.
Yeah.
So
take it away, Jaime.
For sure. And now I'm starting to wonder if this one is actually a real story because okay, I don't know. Because I'm trying to remember. I saw this on Twitter, but now I wonder if it was a joke. Now,
well, I mean, we all know that if it's on the internet, it's true.
That's how we do our research. But I don't know. Tracy Morgan has been in talks to portray like a version of Xavier. So now I don't know if that's a real thing because it's a multiverse of madness thing. Because it's going to be in relation to Doctor Strange, but I'm gonna put that on hold because I really don't know now.
I can't even imagine that.
I'm really processing this right now.
Especially because Tracy Morgan's just Tracy Morgan and everything he's in.
Yeah.
Like he's great. He's funny. But
I mean, there's a few articles that are coming up that are saying that he's supposed to portray. I'm gonna scratch that. I'm gonna never mind, erase this from our memories. But there was another thing that I saw though about possibly Patrick Stewart coming back as Xavier.
Yeah. So
in this movie as well.
I did bring that up a few episodes ago.
You said that they tried to bring him up.
Yeah.
They tried to bring him into it. Yeah.
Where then they were like, well, we don't know because of how the ending that was given to him in Logan.
Yeah.
Which I would prefer Patrick Stewart over James McAvoy. And I love James McAvoy.
Yeah.
I think James McAvoy is fantastic. Fucking amazing actor.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart's still Patrick Stewart, you know?
Yeah, right.
And to me, he's Professor X.
Professor X, yeah.
Yeah, so I would love if they bring him back.
Yeah, so it seems like he might be. He's gonna be in it at least, which is kind of maybe why I thought the Tracy Morgan thing was funny, but at the same time could have been because of the whole multiverse situation. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna put a pin on that one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one, but it seems likely that Patrick Stewart is gonna show up as Xavier in this coming movie. That was the only thing that I was really gonna add to the story. Yeah, it'd be cool. But again, it'd be kind of like maybe even a goodbye at this point. But it does seem like there's gonna be like a lot of X people. There's gonna be a lot of X-Men in this, and maybe again that's how we're gonna get the X-Men series. But that's really all I had. I was just gonna add those two things, and one of them didn't seem like it was a real thing all of a sudden. So yeah. But I could talk about. I was gonna say E3, even though it's not E3. I was gonna talk about Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct. Did you get to see the Nintendo Direct?
I did not see anything, so this is all new to me. Please.
Oh, cool.
School me.
I will school you. Yes, in the right department.
Go on.
So there were some announcements that were made, and the cliche stuff. Mario Party Superstars is coming out. Mario Party,
yes.
Whatever. It's like whatever. It's cute.
I haven't played Mario Party since I was 10, 12.
Yeah.
I'll say 12.
I don't remember when I played Mario Party.
Dude, that was 21 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Wow. You're old. No, I'm just kidding. No, shut up. Anyway, it's cute. It's cute. It's a family party game. I was still thinking about how like we don't really get to share like 4 screens on these systems now though. Like on the Switch.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you don't get to play like kind of. I guess in Mario Kart you do. Anyway,
Do
I think so. But a lot of it is like you have to have your own system to be able to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, whack, right? We used to get 4 screens all at once.
And now like with as big as TVs are.
Yeah. You have to have 4 different fucking switches to be able to play it.
No, but I'm thinking like because before TVs were super small and we had to share four screens.
Yeah, how micro they were. Yeah. I mean,
and we still figured it out.
But we don't get that now, and we have bigger TVs. You know, there is a game called.
Write a letter.
Do please,
dear Nintendo.
You sons of bitches. No, I was kidding. There's a game called Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity that's out on the Switch as well. So it's basically. I don't remember what it's a beat 'em up type of game. Like you just a character and you kind of destroy these hordes of. In this game, they're hordes of like the goblins.
Or is it kind of like a real time strategy type game?
No, because real time strategy. I'm not really sure if I'd say that.
Yeah, with the camera on top, and then you just have to like fortify bases and send armies.
You're a character. So in the Hyrule Warriors, you can be like Link, you could be Zelda, you can be there's like a few other characters from the game that they've added. Pretty much the champions from Breath of the Wild. Did you play Breath of? You said you played it a little bit, right?
I played only a little, yeah.
Okay, so there were 4 champions, and so you can play as each of the 4 champions as well. But each of them has special powers. They take out like hordes of the goblins and stuff like that in the game. But it's cool. Like it's a fun game. There's an expansion coming out for that. That's supposed to add more to the story. One of the highlights was definitely Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which we haven't had a Kirby game in a long time. What I like about it though is that it's a Kirby game, and it's not like a Yarn game made with Kirby. It's not a Kirby game made as Yarn or something like that. Okay. You know, because I feel like, and this kind of reminds me of what you say in regards to like creating new characters based around like, you know, again like Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we lose out on new characters for video games when they just add them to like when they add Kirby to like a Yarn game, you know, or add Yoshi to like a Yarn game. Yeah. It's like kind of the same thing. So it's a new Kirby game coming out, and it's Kirby. He's himself, and he's like absorbing things, and there's a giant gorilla like villain in it too. It's not Donkey Kong.
No. Womp womp.
Yeah. One of the things that kind of bummed me out about the Nintendo Direct is that there's going to be an Animal Crossing Direct that's separate from this Nintendo Direct. What does
that mean?
It's like, because this is a Nintendo Direct where they highlight the games.
Okay.
They do this where they have like just spin off like 30-minute like directs about a specific game. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, it's going to be like Animal Crossing is just going to have its own, but in October.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't get anything about they maybe like little a hint, but it wasn't really like a focus around what's coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
For it, and it sucks to me. Like just do it all together. Like even with the Pokemon stuff, like you could just include this Nintendo. Yeah. Just add Pokemon to it, you know. But instead we gotta wait months for something else.
Who has that kind of patience?
Nobody, especially not me. But we are getting an announcement for that. There was a bit more Metroid Dread gameplay, which is cool. I really want to play that one. This was pretty awesome. There's going to be a new plan for Nintendo Switch Online, which is just like their, you know, like PlayStation Plus and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Where they're going to be adding, it's going to be a new price point. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more, but it's going to include Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I'm stoked. I'm really stoked because Nintendo 64. Well, Super Nintendo was the first video game system like I ever had.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it was really cute when I got it too. My parents did this whole Santa Claus thing. It was awesome. I know. Oh, anyway, and then but the Nintendo 64 was like I would feel like my kind of the one
your pinnacle.
Yeah. No. Well, it was because it was like Mario Brothers. Super Mario
64.
64. Mario Kart 64.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, and it was really cool to see that transition, you know, as a kid, you know, going from what it was to now it's like in 3D, quote unquote, even though it looks terrible now.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I remember you could play with his face and just pull his nose.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
It was so random. But I remember playing the crap out of Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I remember beating that game. I remember throwing Bowser into like bombs. Like it was cool, you know. So I'm excited to see that coming to the system. They talked about some of the games. So Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Yoshi's Story, which actually was a really cute game too. I remember. And the Sega Genesis has a few like that I'm pretty excited about. Echo the Dolphin.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Now you're on your own there. Hating
I
that
bet.
fucking fish.
They announced a few. Poor fish.
I thought you were gonna get some mammal, but with your oceanography
Oh, see
knowledge.
that? Again, I forgot it. Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, like Corp is spelled CORPS. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. Sonic 2. They're gonna add more games as they go. So Majora's Mask is gonna be added. F-Zero.
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, F-Zero X is gonna be added. Pokemon Snap, which was one of my favorite. Obviously Pokemon game, you know. They're also releasing like these special Nintendo 64 and Genesis, Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis, and Sega Genesis controllers that are going to be compatible with the system too.
That's cool.
And I'm already gonna I'm excited about it.
The controller's gonna have the third leg.
Yeah, penis.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
You can just hold it from there. It's
that's when Jaime knew.
Yeah, that's when I discovered myself. But no, I'm gonna probably buy both controllers. They're $50 though. Oh, fuck, they're $50. But I'm probably gonna buy both controllers.
We all know you're loaded, so
I'm not. I wish you're probably more loaded than I am.
I mean, I really shouldn't drink and drive.
On that note, Super Mario movie was announced, which we already talked about. I like how it said.
Tell me more.
I like how it said it's coming out in holiday 2020, but it's because they're releasing it in the U.S. in December, and then everywhere else is going to be spread out throughout the holidays. Yes, but it was just so random. Two last things that I can talk about in regards to the Nintendo Direct, and I'll be done. I promise.
Oh, take your time.
Okay, Splatoon 3. Splatoon is.
You have mentioned this.
I
game
love
to me. I've never played
Splatoon.
it.
I'll show you some of the gameplay sometime. It's really really cute. It's really I think about like, you know, how shooter games exist, and like I would say this is like a shooter game that I got into, but it's sort of like a third person point of view. It's not like a first person. But I think it's a good way to get into like those arena style games too, where each of you has like a different style of weapon, and they're like kind of water gun related, you know, like, although there's also like paint related things. So you have paint brushes, or you have like paint rollers, or you have, and obviously some of them are more heavy, or some of them are more melee than the guns. Yeah. You know, there's like water guns, but there's also like, you know, automatics and stuff like that. But it's from like, you know, with ink and with water gun and paint related things. And it's just so cute. And there's a part 3 coming out sometime.
Is there a story to the game, or do you just like play online?
There's a story. Okay. There's a story. And
so there's like a campaign mode, right?
There's a campaign mode. Yeah. Just so it's mostly just learn it. To be honest, I don't play the campaign mode. Like when I got Splatoon 2, I didn't play the campaign mode. I still have like a whole chapter, like an add-on, an expansion that I bought, and I didn't even play it. I didn't even play it.
Just spending like that.
I thought I was gonna play it, and I didn't play it. But they're it seems like they're, because in this world supposedly mammals don't exist, and I didn't really understand that.
So no dolphins?
No, there have been no dolphins for real in the game. There's like a lot of underwater theme to it too. Yeah. Anyway, there's 2 cats, which they pointed out, like there have been no mammals but these 2 cats. And so the single player mode, so the campaign mode, is going to be Return of the Mammalians. It was weird the way you said it. Mammalians. So it's going to be like, they're going to be like furry creatures showing up in this world now. I knew that was coming. But I'm excited. I'm just excited. I really think you should get into the game. You don't have a Switch, we said,
I do
right?
not.
Okay, so god damn it.
But I might buy one.
And I'm not a Bayonetta fan, right?
Neither am I.
But I saw this trailer and I'm like, why haven't I played Bayonetta? And Okay, so part of the reason is because of just being gay. What I mean by that is like I saw this trailer and she was doing some like voguing stuff. That's very in the culture right now. So I was like, this game. By the way, this game was announced in 2017, and it's just it's just gonna be coming out. Yeah, so Bayonetta 3 is coming out in 2020. It doesn't say specifically when. But there's a lot of elements that I'm like, why haven't I played this game? You know, like it seems very up my alley. Ding. But I mean, it wasn't a great direct. There was a lot of little things in between that I didn't really highlight. The highlights are the highlights that I talked about. Some people might appreciate it, but I would check it out.
If you highlight everything, you highlight nothing.
it could be overdrawn for sure. But it was a good direct. I still a Pokemon fan, so I wanted Pokemon stuff, and I wanted also just the Amazon Animal Crossing theme to be included as well. But it is what it is, you know. But that's pretty much it for the Nintendo Direct highlights for me.
Yeah, I never got into Bayonetta because it just seems like a slasher. Like a hack and slash game.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Devil May Cry.
Yeah. Oh,
which
okay.
I'm just not into.
Yeah.
Like where you just button mash basically.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the reason too, because I think about Kid Icarus. When I purchased my first Kid Icarus game, it was exactly that. It's the same thing. And so I wasn't really Kid Icarus. You know Kid Icarus, right? Oh, okay. He's on.
He's a rapper, right?
Yeah, totally. By the way,
SoundCloud.
Yeah, totally. He was a big Nintendo character, especially in Japan.
Okay.
And then they brought like one of the games, maybe a few of the games, I don't remember, to the 3DS, and that's the first time I played it. But it was very button mashy, you know. And then it's like you're on a track and you're being controlled by, and I'm doing hand signals over here.
Yeah. No. This is great for podcasting.
But anyway, it's kind of the same thing. Sounds like Devil May Cry for sure.
All right.
But I might check it out now because I like it. Bayonetta, I mean. Yeah. But that's it for the Nintendo Direct news. And so now we're going to jump into, what was the last thing? What if
Thor was an only child, right?
Yes. I'm going to let you start this one. So what do you think? What did you think?
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of what words to use.
Choose carefully.
It seemed like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it seemed like a waste of time. There was no point to it. There was I mean, I feel like they didn't really do anything with it. Thor just becomes a party animal.
Yeah.
Basically a frat boy.
That's exactly what I have written.
Where it's just it's not. I feel like they could have done more.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, Thor's an only child, so I think it would have made more sense to make him more spoiled.
Yeah.
To make him, want to make him more of a quote unquote evil Thor.
Okay.
Where he's just trying to get his way.
Yeah.
And get whatever he wants at whatever the cost.
Yeah.
Rather than just party Thor.
But and I kind of feel you. I feel you on that. Like I initially when I saw it, I was like, oh, damn, this was not an interesting episode, to me, because they could, if they were gonna go villain, they could have gone villain, but it wasn't really like, even if he was a villain, it was like
He was just a meathead.
It was just a meathead, yeah, and exactly, he was just a frat boy, and I think they actually called him something like that, Kappa Kappa frat dream is what they called him in the episode. And who was it? Captain Marvel that said that? Yeah, Captain Marvel talked about it, and it didn't do what it could have done. Maybe we got so used to kind of taking more serious tones in these what ifs.
Not just that, just there was no story.
Yeah,
like that was it. Like there was no story. Thor comes to party on Earth.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, well, so Jane Foster had been tracking him, and I guess at one point we find out that he destroyed a planet. And he was like, oh no, it was just like an asteroid, and even the goat made it off kind of safely. So I think the idea was that he was going to destroy Earth.
Yes.
Because he was such a party animal, and you can see it in some of the characters that were like, what was the Ragnarok crown.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Anyway, the fire lava guy from Thor Ragnarok. He kind of like destroys the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And I think so. So I started when I saw it the second time. I was like, oh, I started picking up more on those kind of the hints that the world was going to be destroyed, but it didn't necessarily do it. You know, it didn't deliver on what could have been. You know.
All right, that's our show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, I guess the idea was there.
Yeah.
But it never went past anything.
Yeah.
Really. It was just Thor partying.
Yeah.
The best part was Ultron at the end with the Infinity Stones.
Exactly. And it always kind of like leaves us wondering what's gonna happen, right?
What if?
Yeah, exactly. No, well, yeah, but look, if they don't bring those characters into some like final episode of What If, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah.
Because what was the point? What is the point? We've gotten Thanos as a zombie. Now we got Vision. Yeah, Thanos as a zombie.
Yeah,
he had the gauntlet, right? And then we also got Vision inside Ultron, inside of an Ultron suit, with the Infinity Stones as well, right? So we did get Doctor Strange inside of a crystal, which, okay, you could say that's an end. You know, he still lingers. But there have been kind of clues that there might be something bigger that we're all going to talk about, right? Even Killmonger's episode where, you know, again, Shuri and Potts were, you know, kind of planning to do something or to be heroes. There has to be some tie-in to those, at least the ends of those. Yeah. You know, because if not, then what's the point? What's really the point? Because we're gonna have that what if question. Still, I understand that's the whole gimmick of the show. Yeah. But you're answering a question and then leaving another question open. You know. But I do have to say, like, like you're right. That was one of the best parts. I like Darcy still so much.
Oh yeah,
as a cartoon.
I love her.
Jane Foster even like was interesting. She was a little swoon, or she was a little like all over. Yeah. Thor, you know. Darcy and Howard.
I get it.
Yeah, you definitely do. This whole episode was dedicated to you, by the way.
Yeah.
There wasn't
I wish I would have done more.
I know. You should have been shirtless.
Exactly.
Yeah. The star he destroyed was called Alpha Star. I wrote that down. That was the name of it.
Yeah, that's what I got here.
True. Yeah. Howard the Duck and Darcy got married. Which, okay. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Call back to the Howard the Duck movie.
Yeah. Was it? Do you know if it was really Jane Foster's? I mean, was she Natalie Portman?
It was Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay. And Darcy was Darcy. Yeah, for sure.
That I'm not sure, but I know Natalie Portman was in it. I'm assuming Kat Dennings was in it. Kat Dennings is
Darcy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Captain Marvel was a different voice.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
She did it pretty well, though.
Yeah, because that wasn't Brie Larson.
No? Oh, okay. She did the voice pretty well. I liked it.
Was Thor Hemsworth?
Yeah, they said it was Hemsworth. Cause I'm pretty sure because he was one of the ones that was like highlighted. Oh, now I'm starting to think.
I mean, you might be right.
Yeah, it was Chris Hemsworth. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, you get that right.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, it was his voice.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a cheesy episode. I have a question. Do you know why Loki being raced by frost giants leads to a giant version of him, but him being raised on Asgard does not?
I think that's just his morphing ability. Like him being raised around humans, like that's what he grew up to look like.
Okay,
like,
he just got used to it.
As opposed to being raised by, because when they find him as a baby in the movies, like he's a little blue
baby,
thing. And then like just being around Odin, like he copies Odin's appearance. Well, Odin's race, I guess.
Yeah. So if he has, so then he has the ability to, like, would he then just is it him holding himself back, or is it just how he ends up just when he's growing, he just ends up growing in that manner because that's just who?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, I was curious about that because in this one they showed a really cool Loki. He's a giant frost giant, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that they could have done one of the timelines from the Loki TV series for Thor, like as him being an only child could have led to something like Boastful Loki, or they just
Just this one was just like party animal, like Thor is what it was. Yeah. It was honestly, it was just really okay. There were some, like you said, there were some cool things about it. Like I like the fighting that him and Captain Marvel were doing. Like I like the animation and the effects that they added to that. But it was kind of probably my least favorite of the show so far.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I think it was, and so far my least favorite had been the Killmonger one.
Yeah.
But this one kind of knocked that one up.
Got you. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, because this one has become my least favorite for sure too. Killmonger, yeah, same thing. It was just kind of like whatever about it too. It's crazy how we kind of flipped this week on how we felt on like Titans compared to how we felt on What If, you know? Because I don't think I hated the Killmonger episode that much. I liked it, especially the second time around. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the quality of the episodes kind of flipped. Like Titans was better. Yeah. And What If was like meh, you know, like it went downhill for sure.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I mean, I like you were mentioning, I hope they have more with Ultron.
Yeah.
But like, how many episodes are left?
I have no clue. Let's see. And then the fact that like he was like stopped by his mom.
Oh yeah.
In this episode, it was cheesy. It was
cute though.
I mean, I guess, but then again, like you hated the episodes.
Yeah. It doesn't make the episode better, but
yeah. So did Odin technically die in this one?
He just goes to sleep. The Odin sleep.
Well, so what does that mean exactly? Tell me.
Well, I think in Thor 2 you see when he goes to sleep, but but Odin just goes to sleep every once in a while for years.
Oh, okay.
Eons maybe.
So that's what they were all waiting for.
Yeah, like when he goes into his rest, into his hibernation mode.
Yeah. Oh.
They do whatever the hell they want.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like him dying.
Oh no, just Odin sleep.
Okay, I guess I need to learn more about Odin sleep then. It doesn't tell me a total amount of episodes. It just like I looked up what the total amount of episodes is going to be, and it just says 7, which is what we're at now.
All right.
So I don't think this is the finale, though. I hope not.
I would be very disappointed if this is how it ended.
They're like, okay, this is it. One last thing I want to talk about was just how, again, they are bringing the Watcher, like more and more to the.
Like he's getting bold.
Yeah, he's getting bold. He's interacting. He's like, "Oh shit, what the hell? Ultron just showed up." You know, like,
ooh, what the hell is that?
Yeah, he didn't say it exactly like that, but it's like,
no, I'm pretty sure that was verbatim.
But he does. He is like just coming to the forefront. You know, like for sure. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, what's gonna happen with him too? You know, like that what if question. Is he gonna get involved eventually? You know, in like the universes. Bow, 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 bow. Not like that, but I'm more interested. I'm really interested. I was more interested in the Watcher for sure at this point, and then in Ultron Vision. Yeah, Ultron Vision at the end. He was in an Ultron suit, right? Like it looked like Ultron. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, all I saw was Ultron. I hadn't even noticed it was Vision.
Oh, you didn't see when the helmet opened?
No.
Jose, did you just give up? Like
probably. I was like, you know what? I made it to the end. I'm done.
Well, Ultron shows up.
Yeah, I remember that.
And actually, I thought it was just Ultron at first as well, but then his mask opened and it's Vision inside of Ultron. Ah. Yeah. So you're gonna have to rewatch the episode just for that. Rewatch the whole episode just for that.
I'm on it.
You seem so disappointed this week.
Yeah, Titans was draining. All of it. All 6 episodes I watched.
Next time, don't fall that far behind.
Can't make any promises.
But yeah, so I mean that's it for What If, you know.
So you have the interview, right?
Special
with
interview.
Your special guest.
Yep, coming right up.
All right.
This is next.
I can't wait to hear. We're gonna drop it right here.
Cool. All right, guys. On today's show, we actually have a special guest for us today. You know, the star of such great movies as Rocky, Cliffhanger, Over the Top, The Party at Kitty and Studs, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, and even The Deplorables.
The Expendables.
Yeah, you're right. The Expendables. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess that up there. So
Oh, it happens. Reading is hard.
Welcome Sylvester Stallone to our show today. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here on Girl, Geek, and the Gay.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited to have you here.
You have a lovely studio here.
Thanks. Yeah, we yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna have to record my podcast here.
Sure. Yeah, like hopefully not on the same day that we record ours. I mean, unless you want to be a regular guest, then that'd be great.
If you guys will allow me, I'm in comic book movies too. I was Judge Dredd,
Oh yeah, that's Judge Dredd. Yeah, cool. And what else? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was in Guardians, and I'm gonna be on the new one.
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go. And then Suicide Squad, even, right?
Yeah, I play King Shark.
Awesome. Yeah. No, great to have you here. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us here and give us a little bit of insight into what we talked about previously on the show. We talked about you possibly playing Edgar Allan Poe in a movie around him. Am I wrong?
No, it was actually my first script prior to Rocky.
Awesome.
I was thinking about writing an Edgar Allan Poe movie.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I thought, hey, nobody looks like Edgar Allan Poe more than I do.
That's a really good point. So what makes you want to be in this aside from just looking like Edgar Allan Poe, like you said?
Well, I really like the guy's writing style.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of boxing, but the guy can really box with his words.
Yeah,
like
that's a good point.
He throws haymakers whenever he writes a poem.
Yeah, I mean that's a really great point. Point. It's a really good point you make there. I mean that's awesome to be inspired, by punches in Paul's poetry, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's not about how hard you hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and still get up.
Yeah. Good point. Thank you for that.
Inspiration.
Absolutely. We are inspired, especially for this interview. From this interview, So, what really drives you? You said, aside from looking from him, you also mentioned, the way he delivers his poems, right? What other things inspire you?
A big thing is the mystery of his death. I don't know how he died. Nobody knows how he died. I didn't do much research when I wrote this.
Oh, we have some water here for you, sir, too.
Oh, thank you. My throat's a little dry.
I can relate.
Yeah, but no, it's a lot of it is really his writing style.
Yeah.
When I take inspiration when I wrote Rocky.
Yeah.
I wrote it like an Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Okay. Good. Great. And we actually saw the picture. We posted the picture on our Instagram as well of you kind of dressed up as Edgar Allan Poe. And
yeah, that's imagine if he had done a few sit-ups.
Good point. I mean, it was just from the neck up, but
imagine if he did a few pull-ups.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you happen to notice your resemblance to Paul McCartney in that picture? Just out of curiosity.
I was thinking that maybe I would do a Beatles movie.
Oh,
I could be Paul McCartney.
Okay.
Yeah, just do a little singing.
Yeah.
Hey, Jude.
That was great. That was absolutely amazing. I was just about to ask you to sing, and you just took the leap there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of writing recently.
Okay.
And I thought there was other poets or writers that I would like to highlight.
Yeah.
So I had something like Ralph Waldo Emerson. Would really like to have seen Steven Seagal, but he couldn't read. I was going to name it Ralph Emerson Finding the Waldo.
He does struggle a little bit with that. You're right.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to do a Dr. Seuss book.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome!
Like just Dr. Seuss biopic.
Yeah.
Wanted Arnold in it, but he wanted more explosions. He was going to name it One Fish, Two Fish, Shun Did You Fish.
Yeah, I mean that would have been awesome to see though. We're all kind of Dr. Seuss fans here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more recently, I wanted to do a J.K. Rowling movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, another interesting twist. Yeah.
It's gonna. I'm still in talks with Gina Carano. She's very interested in doing it.
All right, great.
I'm gonna call you right now. The working title is "Fuck You, Trans People."
Oh. Yeah. That's probably not going to be such a great hit, but or it might. We don't know, right? But I guess we'll see. So what are your goals, or what do you hope to accomplish with these movies and with this movie? Portraying Edgar Allan Poe. What do you hope to accomplish with these?
Well, just give a little more insight into who these people were.
Got it.
So many good words, big words.
Yeah, big words. Yes, we like big words here. We kind of take turns presenting big words randomly in our show. So.
Yeah, I've noticed. I really like the belt thing you guys do too.
Yeah, it's a pretty big hit as well. So, I mean, I know that you mentioned that you had a special, something special you wanted to share with us today.
Yeah, and this is an exclusive for Girl, Geek, and the Gay.
There you go. It's exclusive for just us.
So this is when I was writing the script.
Okay.
I didn't want to use just Edgar Allan Poe.
All right.
Poems. So I wrote my own.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and you were just gonna add it to to his life story.
Yeah, I was gonna just add it to the movie.
Makes sense.
And people were gonna love it.
Awesome.
It's in the style of Edgar Allan Poe.
And it's you, right? And so why wouldn't we love it?
Sylvester Allen poem.
Yes, there you go. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and share that with us, and right. We're here.
So this is called The Russian.
Great.
Instead of The Raven.
Got it. Oh, don't forget we have the water there for you, sir. I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm still getting over my COVID.
Oh, great. How long has it been?
I don't know. I can't count that high.
Oh, got it. Fantastic.
All right, here it goes. Once after a winter fight, while I pondered, tired, sleepy, I lay in bed watching the coverage on the evening news. There they tried and talked and spoke of Apollo who lay broke in the ring, face down bleeding all over the floor. Throw the towel in, I thought to myself, but I just bought it. It was on sale. Plus it's white, not meant for blood. Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorry for the lost Apollo, for the rare and radiant boxer whom the angels he now flies. Quoth the Russian, if he dies, he dies.
Wow, absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And the COVID didn't even interrupt any of that, so that was absolutely great. No, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
We're honored to have you here, and thank you for being on the Girl, the Geek, and the Gay.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I can't wait to come back.
Yes, yeah, especially because you're going to be here recording your podcast, like you mentioned. So we'll have you here more often. Maybe.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. How did you manage that?
I don't know. I just reached out to a few people that I know. One of my 30 followers.
Made a few phone calls?
Yeah, made a few phone calls. Talked to a few people, and this is what I got.
Wow, we learned so much. That was fantastic.
Who knew?
It sounded like you had a cold or something, but...
he mentioned COVID, so now I'm horrified.
Oh, gee, thanks for bringing me along now.
Yeah. You wanted to be here, so...
Man.
Yeah, so, that crazy.
All right, so, there you have it. We have a Sylvester Allen poem original.
There, just for the Girl, the Geek, and the Gay.
Yeah.
Just for us. Yeah.
Well, join us next week. We have The Return of the Megan.
Episode 2.
More Titans.
Yeah.
And hopefully more What If, because apparently we have no idea if it's over.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not.
That's just how we work.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Anything else to add?
No, I'm good. Megan? No, Megan. Sadly, no Megan. Next week.
I can still hear her hatred.
She's like, no, fuck you, fuck.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm hungry. We miss you, Megan.
She's not listening.
She's not.
All right. Well, come back next week and have a week.
Bye.